episode of PJ and the Beard, we're going to talk about a product that I dare say will make your life easier.
Right. An essential piece of kit, if you would.
Right.
In my hand, I have the Mission Engineering 529i. And this is very important. It's a rechargeable, isolated power supply. Mm-hmm. We're going to open that up. I know you like the bar.
I'll give it something to focus on later.
Right, so this is cool. First comes out this little box. Actually has a 529i in it. Pull up the next thing. We have 2 packages in here. The first package has all of our stuff to power it.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Power cable. We'll let you have the power cable. And then, right, Mission thinks of everything. They give you all the various country.
Mm-hmm. So if you are an international man of mystery or a spy, you could power your pedals anywhere on the planet.
Power them anywhere. And then, another important thing. And I feel like you can never have too many of these, so it's great that this comes with this. We have a USB cable that can be used to charge the device or to charge your phone. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 adapter cables. Oh, that's where the iPhone was. I don't think this one had it on the first time.
No.
And I'm going to take this. Yeah, this is a fake unboxing. All right,
we've already used it.
Yeah, we've been using it all night. For if you have an 18-volt pedal, you plug these 2 into the 9 volts, so you have 2 plugged in 9 volts, making this one 18 volts. So a little kind of adapter thing. And then, last but not least, we have the 52, the 529i. We have that right here. Beautiful. So we move all this.
We should.
Out of the way. Drop this bad boy here. And we hit the power button. Boom. And it's lighting up only 4 lights. Pat? Why isn't it all the way to 5? Ooh, the 5 just kind of came on.
We did, because we used it for 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had it plugged in briefly with this. And it charged pretty quickly because it was down at least 1 light, if not more.
Yeah. 2.5 hour mark, it was down 1 light, and then we...
Right.
So it is now, kid you not, it's 10:15. We started recording about 7:15,
Mm-hmm.
and we've basically been using this on and off all night. So you might ask, what if you've been using it on? And so the first thing we were using it on was Pat's pedal board for the Signal Path 5 pedal board challenge. Looks like this, sounds like this. Let's cut to that.
that's what we powered for my 5 pedals for the pedal board challenge, and the Beard also did it, and here's what he used.
Because if you looked at those two pedal boards, there were some pedals like the Signature Hamstead, Tremolo, the Terraform that have high power draws on them. And the 529i comes. The first two power outlets are 500 milliamps. And then after that, they're 300 milliamps. And we were really impressed that not one of these was like 100.
Right.
They gave you enough juice on every output. And if you're not in the know, if you're not used to using a power supply like this, if your pedal calls for 100 milliamps, you can power anything above that. So you can plug a 500 milliamp output into a 100 milliamp pedal, no problem. Don't plug an 18 volt into a 9 volt. So you can go up in the milliamps, but don't do that with wattages. We thought it was really cool if you take one of these little power cables here. Sorry. And we plug it in. It lights that up. Plug it in the pedal. So we have about five. Well, we had 5 pedals on each pedal board, right? Some with high draws. Over 2.5 hours. Only had it down to the 4 dots on the power supply and power indicator. But what would happen
if you're coming into like your third set and someone screams Freebird and you look down and you've got 1,
or you're a Grateful Dead cover band and you're on the second song.
Yeah, that's right. You could simply take the supplied power supply and plug it into the 12 volt in. And you can see that it's indicating that it's plugged in and that it's not fully charged because the last light is flashing.
But
still working.
That flame with delay, still powered. So you can do that. And that's a big thing because I think where people get hung up on these is like, well, you know, I play gigs and I play for 4 hours and I can't rely on a battery pack for 4 hours. Well, if you're playing a gig for 4 hours with a pedal board that you plug in anyway, you probably are used to having power up front and you could do that. Now, I wouldn't recommend you buy this power supply to run plugged in all the time for a 4-hour gig.
Right. Especially higher draw pedals like Strymons or other things that might have a little bit.
If you have the Strymon bridge, you want probably something hardwired.
Right.
And Mission makes stuff like that. They have other pedals like that are designed for that. If you're running a pedal board with 5 to 8 pedals on it, maybe there's 1 or 2 high draw ones like the Signature Tremolo or the Terraform, couple drive pedals, couple fuzz pedals, whatever. This might be a really good option. It would last for that, but what I really like it for, and when I say essential piece of kit, I'm putting a pedal board to go to the Blues Jam this week. I'm going to grab a delay pedal and a drive pedal, maybe something else, throw a tuner. Tuners are pedals too. Throw those on a board, stick something like this underneath. I don't have to plug it in when I get there.
Right. And it doesn't matter where you put it down, because depending on the stage you're on, they might not have outlets in the floor up front. Your amp's back there. What do you do? I didn't bring an extension cord. You just drop this down and you're good to go.
And I've had it happen where you have like the pedal board like over here on the side because that's all the power you can get, right? This is perfect for that. There was another thing that you were going to bring up, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, if you have some things like this is a inexpensive Donner fuzz, so it's low milliamps. So if you had several low milliamps, you could get a daisy chain cable. It's not included, but you could get a daisy chain cable and maybe daisy chain 3 or 4 pedals together and plug them into maybe one of the higher milliamp ones and run additional pedals in it while using the other.
Yeah, you'd have more than 8.
Right. Yeah. So something like this, not necessarily the compact size, but just a fuzz or something that doesn't draw a lot of milliamps.
So I feel like we're, what's the word? Gushing over this, or a little bit, but we are, and we do things that we like, and we look out for things and that we like, and that this certainly I think falls into that category. It's like I said, essential piece of kit. We've said that 3 times. Get that through. Anything else?
No, just that in the box it has the QR code right there that you could click on that and go to the manual, or on the back of the box that the power supply is in the manual is there. And it also talks about all the countries that you can be an international man or woman of mystery there.
Right.
That's the value I add to the show right there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's great. We loved it. We've used another isolated power that's rechargeable, but it didn't have 300 milliamps. That's why we're gushing about the 300 milliamps. It had some that went lower. You're just not going to run into something that you really can't power with this.
And you can charge your phone to get your selfies at the end.
Yeah, get your Instagram post straight, by the end of the night.
All right. Is that it?
I think that's it.
I think that's it. With that, thanks everybody that's been watching, subscribing, hitting the like button, notification bell, Instagram and Facebook, those things. We really appreciate any time you interact with the show. It helps us out. It's why we can bring cool gear like this, check it out, and tell you about it. And, big shout out to our members that have clicked the join button below, and stop by the website. And I think with that,
I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear. And you can take it anywhere you want to go with that.
Hey, Pat, this new Mission 529i is really cool, man. I swear I'll power anything. Look, I got the Rototron speaker simulator. Takes 18 volts. Came with this little cable I can plug both in. And bam, look at that.
It's flashing, it works.
And that's always hard to get power to.
But will it power something funky?
Oh. Listen. I'm telling you. Because these are all 300 milliamps, like, check that out. Funkify.
All right, but will it power something relatively inexpensive?
Inexpensive. What is this? Where did that come from? Does that say the stylish fuzz?
It is the stylish fuzz.
And
look at that.
Styling. And there's no battery in that.
Right.
What else you got? What else?
If we went to the other end of the spectrum, could it perhaps power
something a little more pricey?
One of the crown jewels of the collection.
Yes. What do we got there? We have the Revival trim, and I bet I love the LED on that.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
Oh, look at that.
And look, they're all still on. They're all still being powered.
Can it power something made by the same company?
Why even ask?
I don't know.
The Mission Engineering Expressionator. If you haven't seen one of these, they're awesome. And yes, we're powered.
All right, well, staying with that theme then. So something else from Mission. Can we power this? Will it power that? Surely it has to be able to power that.
This is a passive pedal. Passive pedals don't take power.
Oh, okay.
We're learning. You know what? I got to run and do something really quick. If you could just do me a favor and find another cable. In fact, you know what? Just take the one out of the Expressionator here and plug in this old Phase 90 for me. That would be great.
All right, that's easy. He always gives me the easy stuff. I don't think I can. I can't. It doesn't have a plug. What?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Just plug in that Electro sitting there.
Electro. Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm gonna plug. What? Brittany, oops, I did it again. What? It doesn't have a plug here either. Well, I guess I'll just shut off the lights and go home.